Hey guys, today we've got a little bit of a different kind of wellness topic. You can see I have a little bit of a different background. Over the course of the next few months, every few weeks I want to show you some different exercise moves that you can hopefully incorporate into your day or your regular routine if you're already doing something. So this is going to be your first one, and it's going to be HIIT training, H-I-I-T. So it's high intensity interval training. So what exactly is that? So HIIT training is kind of like the name might imply to you. So it's high intensity cardio, and what you're also going to have with that is intervals of rest. So it's really high intensity, so you're only going to go for so long, and then you get a little bit of rest in there as well. So usually it's, maybe go for 30 seconds of work, so kind of your exercise, and then 10 or 15 seconds of your rest or your break in there. And that all is going to depend on your own fitness level currently and kind of some of your goals and even what move exactly you are doing. Some of them are going to be a lot harder than others for you. So kind of keep that in mind and just keep working your way up. Maybe you only start with 10 seconds of work and you need a little bit of a longer rest. You can kind of work with it and then just work up to where you can get to. So with the intervals and kind of timing yourself, there's a lot of different apps out there. A lot of them are free. I have one that's an interval thing, so you can set how long you want your work, segments to be, and then how long your rest segments are, and how many total you want to do. So I just always have that going, and then it beeps to tell me every time I need to swap between my rest and my work intervals. So there's 6 moves that I want to show you today. Our first one is going to be kind of basic, and it's just high knees. So you're basically just running in place, but you're bringing your knees all the way up to your waist. So you're really using your core when you lift your knees up that high versus if you were just to do regular kind of run in place. So you're getting a little bit more out of it. Now if you need to modify, make it a little bit lower impact, or just kind of starting out, you just step it up. You still want to make sure your knees can come up as high as you can. So our next move is going to be mountain climbers. So this one you're going to be down on your hands and feet, and you're going to be starting out in a plank position, and you're basically going to be running in this plank position. Now what's important here is your butt doesn't come way up. Keep it down as much as you can. If you need to modify, you can just step it in. If it's a little too challenging for you to be down on the floor doing that, you can do mountain climbers standing. So you can do it with kind of the intensity, or you can just step it out. And that's another great way to kind of build your way up. So the next one that I want to show you is squat jumps. So I'm going to start out actually to show you the side view. Because with this, you want to make sure that with your squat, you go down as low as you can, wherever that is for you. Might be up here, might be really low. And just make sure that your knee doesn't go too far forward, and that just helps to prevent any knee injuries. And you're just going to jump up. And you're going to jump off of your toes and land back down your toes, and then your heels come down. So you're just going to keep jumping. And to modify, just step up onto your toes. You get a really great calf workout that way. The next one, this is kind of fun, and this one's actually kind of cool if you have somebody with you. If you have kids, they would probably have fun kind of yelling this one out to you. So this one's called football fast speed, and you're basically just running in place as fast as you can. Your feet aren't going very high. You're staying on the balls of your feet, like kind of up on your toes, and then somebody's going to call out a direction. Left, right, left, left. So somebody there with you is going to have fun just kind of yelling at you. But that introduces like a whole nother level of challenge, because then you're having to think about it. And they can just not just go left to right, but they might give you a left 3 times in a row. So you really have to be thinking. To modify that one, you can just slow it down and just step out when they call out the direction. And that's a nice modification. The next one So I'm only doing these each for a few seconds, you guys, and honestly, I'm like already out of breath. So trust me, these will really work and get your heart rate up and get you in shape. So the next one is called gorilla. So you're gonna wanna start with your feet wide apart, and you're gonna go all the way down to your hands and kind of have them out a little bit in front of you, and you're just gonna hop forward and then up. Hop forward and up. Forward and up, and then you can just go backwards and do the same kind of movement. If you've got plenty of space, you can just keep going forward in a circle or whatever works for you. If going down, just like with the mountain climbers, down to your hands is a little bit too challenging, or you've got maybe some issues with your shoulders, what you can do is just do a really low squat walk, and that gets a lot of the same muscles aside from obviously your upper body. So that's going to work them really well too. So I saved the best for last. And by best I mean really the most challenging and my least favorite workout, or move I should say. This is going to be burpees. So there's a lot of different variations that you can do with burpees, and I love it because there are so many different things that kind of accommodates all fitness levels. So I'll show you a few different ways of doing it, and you can kind of pick and choose whatever works for you. So probably the more, I want to say kind of standard, sorry my cat is totally in the way of doing it is hands down, you jump out into a plank, you jump back in, and you jump up. So that's kind of a, I would say, very typical way. If you want to do like a true full burpee, you're going to go down and you add a push-up in there and go and jump up. I hardly jump. I think I'm literally getting like a couple of inches off the ground. If you can really do it, you can even do like a really high frog jump, which I just totally embarrassed myself because I cannot do that at all. But if you need to do any sort of modifying with this one, so you can go down and you can simply step out, step in, and go up on your toes. Or again, if you don't want to go down to your hands, you can just kind of do a lunge back, and that's kind of another way of doing a modified burpee. So, I had to catch my breath there. So you can try those. So I think that was 6 moves, and try doing 30 seconds of work if you can, and then do 10 or 15 seconds break, and then move on to the next move. Go through all 6 without, kind of pausing except for those 10 or 15 second breaks. And then you can take maybe a little bit of a longer break, maybe, a minute, and then do that whole round of 6 again. And try and do that maybe 4 or 6 times. And I promise you, you'll be totally out of breath, you will be drenched, and you will get in great shape. If you have any questions, definitely comment, reach out. Feel free to reach out to me just, with questions in general. I'm more than happy to help if you need any other types of modifications, or you're just looking for certain types of exercises to maybe hit certain goals or anything like that. I'm more than happy to help. Thanks so much. See you next time.